Alright, hey all. Let's do a quick review of the Field Designer app. And I've got an iPad here, and we're just going to go right into the app. Here's Field Designer. Click on that. And you see the options when you open the app: create field, edit layout, strategy, options, tutorial. Um, let's go ahead and click on tutorial. I haven't tried this before. Let's see what it does. So it's like it's sort of like a PDF here that opened up. I thought it was going to load a movie or something, but you can see it's kind of a comprehensive doc on using the app, going over the features. So that's cool. So you can read that over when you first open the app after you buy it. Check out how to do exactly everything. I'm going to kind of stumble through here because I like to just try an application without knowing anything about it, just to kind of get a sense of its usability. So I'm going to jump right into creating a field. And let's go with a PSP field. And I'm just going to mess around here. I'm not going to do anything serious, but just kind of show you how this is set up. In this area over here, you have the ability to select different types of bunkers. So go through those: pillar, mini race, small cake, small Dorito, small temple, stand-up can, tall cake, X bunker, brick, giant beam, Maya temple, medium Dorito, pillar, mini race. So get the idea. Those are all there. I'm not quite sure what this does yet, but definitely looks like I can rotate them kind of here. These might be field position. We'll check that out in a minute. These rotate buttons, I don't know if I'm digging those. I don't know why I can't just kind of drag on this and have some kind of display that allows me to rotate with my finger. But I'm sure they're just getting started, and like with any new app, they'll have all kinds of development time and feedback to change some things. So let's pick out a bunker here. And we'll select that bunker and drag it out. So you just hold on that and drag it with your finger. If you didn't see that the first time, let me do it slower. And so I'd put that where I want it on my field. So then I can hide the bunkers menu by using this menu bar down here. So you just got home, bunkers, grid, mirror, save, and this is just their logo. So bunkers shows your bunkers. Grid, you can turn on and off a grid that shows on the field here for better placement. This mirror mode you've heard about. If you design half the field, you suppose you can just hit that mirror button and it will flip it, and you'll have the same design on the other side of the field. Of course, save. So those are your options on the bottom. So I've got these bunkers here. I've got too many X bunkers. Click on that bunker. And here's something else that I noticed I don't really like that much. I can't just hold on this and drag it. I can delete it. What I'd like to do is just kind of drag this with my finger instead of having these directional arrows. So you can see if I hold on it, I get the delete option. But if I want to move these around, I have to use these little arrows. So again, that's just a usability thing. I'm not digging that, but it works. Just not quite that user friendly. So I got to turn off that mirror mode because I was mirroring everything there by accident. Sorry about that. You saw it was lit up, so it was enabled. So everything I was doing was being mirrored. Let me go back in. We'll take another bunker out and turn off the bunkers. And we got mirror mode off. Turn off the grid. And so again, if I click on this, I have to kind of use these arrows to bump it around. I think that's a little lame. It'd be great if they could come up with a better way of doing that, so you just drag on the bunker. I think that's totally possible, but I'm sure they'll work something out if they can. Just trying to give them some feedback. And then again, one thing that took me a minute to figure out is you have to hold on this, and then you'll get it's a little tricky. You hold on it, and then you get the X where you can delete the bunker. So that's your basic kind of interface. Let's mess with this angle thing. I think what this does is set how I want it angled before I drag it out. Yep. Okay. So again, not digging that a whole lot. It does work. You can angle it, then bring it out the way you want. But I think you all would agree. Why not have a multi-touch on this? You know, why not have it so I can just touch with 2 fingers and then turn it? So enable multi-touch on this app, please. You know, it's a great app, great to have, but again, the usability feature of having to jump back in to a bunker menu to set the rotation in order then to place it. A little bit lame there, sorry guys, but not liking that. Again, this is just my raw first impressions. I haven't, I'd only opened this up once before, so there is some way to do it that I'm missing, then I apologize, but it's not readily apparent, so I'm going to say that's a fail on that one. So again, if I want to get rid of these, I can click on it with my finger, press down, hit the X to delete that. So you can see kind of that first positioning is the most important, because after that you're kind of messing with these arrows. See if I can drag it. I kind of found a way to hop it a little bit, but not to drag. Yeah. Okay. So you can go back in and turn the grid on if you want, so you can have better placement. Okay, so we'll go into bunkers. I have mirror mode on. Drag that out. Turn off the bunkers. You can see on the other side of the field, I've got mirror image of the bunker I placed in the same location on the opposite side of the field. And as I'm moving either one, it moves both. So you can see how that would save you a lot of time in setting this up. All the bunkers you set up over on one side of the field automatically being set up at the same exact locations on the mirrored side of the field. So you design your field, lay out all the bunkers that you want, mess around with your designs, and of course you can save those designs with the save button. Do you want to save your current field? Hit save. Give it a name. Call it demo. Say done. Field was saved. Say OK. And I'm going to hit the home button here to go back. And so then to go into these other options, you have edit layout, PSP, and there's a 2011 sample in here. So these are layouts that they provided. I'm sure you'll be able to somehow load in some layouts to this. Not quite sure how that will work, but you can see here there's already a layout here that I can edit. So if I wanted to edit this, of course, I could leave mirror mode on and edit. You know, if I'm editing these back positions, of course I'd want mirror mode on. You know, if I'm doing something that's in the center of the field for some reason, I might turn that off and just move that one bunker. So that's where you can, and you could save those changes as well, but I'm not going to save them. That's where you could edit an existing layout. If I go into custom, that's where I find my demo. So that took me a minute to figure out. I don't know if you caught that, but let me just back up here. Let me go home, and if I go to edit layout, I've got to go to custom to get my saved file. There it is, demo. Okay, so it's not listed right there. You just go into custom, and there it is. So hopefully this gives you a great, good idea on how all this works before you go and buy it, so you know exactly what you're getting, what you're paying for. Under options, you've got options on the grid. Let's just change these. The markings. It's probably just the weight of the lines, but let's just see what it does. So we'll do that, go home, and go into our custom field. Yeah, you can see the lines are much darker now on the grid. So there's some settings there for you to mess with if you don't want the grid so light, if you really want to see it. Under options, strategy, looks like we've got our sample field in here again, and it looks kind of cool. Looks like basically some tools to create strategies with your fields that you've got in here. So I got tactics, and I can see here I've got a marker tool, so that's kind of cool. So you can draw out on the fields kind of what you want everybody to be doing, John Madden style. Now that's pretty awesome. That's nice. Really like that. Let's see what this does. Okay, so I can put in notes, whatever you want to write. I mean, I'm not a pro player or anything, as you can tell. So definitely got a spot here for notes. I'm not quite sure. Okay, so I haven't saved any strategies for these fields, so I can't load them. So you could save these strategies, load them later after you save them. So let's load this up. Not quite sure how that notes one works. So that's just me being stupid. But you saw how I wrote a note. I'm not quite sure where it saved it. But if I want to save this strategy, let's do that. So we saved that. The notes and tactics were saved. And then you can see here if I go to load, I got my demo strategy and the tactics that I saved are there. So pretty cool. I really like that. So you could have a bunch of these saved up on different strategies you want to use for different layouts, and access those all through the strategy option in the application. So I think that gives you a really good idea on how all this works. Sorry if I have stumbled on some parts of this, but I wanted to just give you a fresh look at it as somebody who'd never used it before. And hopefully the stumbling points help the designers as well with and some feedback I gave with making it better in the next version. But this is off to a great start. Definitely love the strategy feature where you can go John Madden on that field. And it's just a great application to have. So thanks all for your time, and take care. Later.